Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we are making giant photo negatives. Now, I wanted a big negative, which I couldn't find a die for, so I started making them. Now, it was not easy, and you can see the holes aren't really lined up, but you know, it worked. So each project needed 2 of these and one with the hole cut out, which I didn't bring to the table, but I have a die that was just kind of worked for the inside. Now I made a prototype before I went to the retreat. This is one of the things I made at the retreat. And then once I measured these and I used this to cut out each of these holes, and it was going to take a long time, but it worked. And I do like to mass make things, so you know, I planned on making like 25 of these, so that was a lot of punches. It was late at night and I'm working on these. Lady comes over and she's like, "What are you making?" So I showed her my prototype. "Oh," she says, "I could do one of those up on my Cricut for you." Well, I'm like all over that. So these are what she cut out for me using her Cricut. Now to utilize a 12 by 12 piece of paper, she cut out 2 pairs. So each one is a pair. So there's one with the hole, one without the hole. So each 12 by 12, I got 2 big ones and then one of these ones that it's just a bit narrower. But they turned out so good and it saved me a ton of work. So just so you know, you can do these from scratch like I did, or if you have a Cricut, scan and cut, any kind of cutting machine, or maybe you just have a die and you want to use the die. If you have a huge die, like these measure, let's measure one just to see. These are 3 7/8 by 4 3/4. She made, I think they're pretty much the same size. Yeah, pretty much the same size. They happen to just fit. So I'm going to use a set of what she gave me to do this project. So you want one with a hole in the middle, one without. Now, these do have to be kind of turned the right way. You can see how this one is off. So you do have to make sure that you match them up. Even this way is off. Because, I mean, they're not perfect, right? But they're perfect in the way that I did not have to do these. I've got a whole bunch of these book pages or pictures out of a very, very old vintage flower book. And I love the images. And I've still got, well, I got these, plus I've got probably another 50 or 60 yet. So let's just put that off to the side. Now here's the one. Now I'm using, this is a clear matte tack texture privacy screen is actually what it is. So you would put it like on your bathroom window or something so that people can't see in. And I got this at the thrift store a long time ago. It's not as sticky as it once was, but you know, it still works. So I got my picture. I'm just going to peel that off. And I'm just going to put this on top of the picture. And I try, it's kind of got like diamond shapes in it, so I try to line that up with the edge of the picture. It's not easy. And then I'm going to press it down. You could use acetate. Excuse me. You could use any kind of plastic. You could probably even put, like, if you've got a wide clear tape, you could even put that on there. So then, like, this is eventually going to go on to here. So what I want to do is I just kind of eyeball it because I don't want the stuff showing through the holes. So I'm going to cut, use the big scissors, I'm going to cut right along the paper. Now if you cut on your paper with a sticky side, it tends not to stick to your scissors. Now the other side, let's put this on again. And it's possible I probably have a die that would actually totally fit this. Okay, so this one I want to cut right along the green edge. And this was a little time consuming, and I'm sure there's easier ways of doing this, but who needs to go to the easy way? Okay, now on this, let's cut right about where those words are. And I check every time to make sure I get it relatively even. And then I can even look on the back. And as long as I can't see it sticking out, then I'm okay. Let's get rid of those sticky parts. So there is that. I'm going to take my ink and I'm going to ink the inside of this. You could use any color of cardstock. I didn't take any 12 by 12 cardstock with me because I was not planning on this. But there is a lady that sells Creative Memories. And she brings stuff to sell. So she happened to have some cardstock. So that worked out great. Now this is going to just go in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make sure I don't want anything to show. So, and you can even see, like these squares that she did on her Cricut, they're not perfectly spaced. And that is totally, totally, totally okay. Hence why you've got to make sure that you line them up. Okay, I am going to use some art glitter glue, and I'm going to go around the inside of this. Now, because of the fact that this picture is going to be sandwiched in between two things, then I only need glue on the one side. So now before I press it, let's just make sure I don't see any of the white. It's good. So just put this down. Now, like I say, you can totally make these by hand, and I'll show you my prototype when I get this done. So we got that. Now we're going to glue these together. Now this is where I want to make sure that these all line up. So that is going to be perfect. So now I'm turning this so this is up. Now I could even, because I'm not going to see that, I'm going to put an arrow there so I know when I glue this down, that's the right way. Now I'm going to glue up here, down here, and just kind of glue it all down. And I'm going to put a drop of glue in each one of those little spots. My horse feels kind of, or my throat feels kind of horsey today. Now I want to put that down, and then I want to make sure that I get it as even as I can. Now these will be great for pockets or just like a journaling card because you could write all on the back there. So there is that so far. Now while I was at the retreat, this was how I was going to leave it. And then I started thinking, oh, how about this? How about that? How about the other thing? So let's dig out some stamps. Oh, and I didn't bring any ink. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to use potting soil archival ink. I just want some numbers, just plain numbers, which I pulled out this set. I think I bought this set years ago. Oh, let's use this one right here, should work. I am not a very good stamper, so if they don't turn out, then that's okay. And I want to put this right along the edge, because you know how photo negatives always have numbers. I'm gonna hold that down for a second. There we go. There's that. And let's add, I want to put something at the bottom. Just something that's going to, I should have pulled out a couple sets. This one here will work. Just a little word or something down at the bottom. Now you could do anything. This one says something about book number collect. And let's just put it right down there. And let's go ahead and let's add something on the back. How about something like this one? It says something about copies of this may be had at any time. Because then it kind of makes it sound like a, oh, it's a negative, right? You could reprint it at any time you wanted. Just to give the back something. Let's just put that in the middle. I like to hold the stamp down there for a tiny little bit. So there, copies of this may be had at any time. So there, that's kind of it for this stamping part of things. Oh, and as a bonus, I got all these little journal card style cutouts that came out of the centers. So a bonus. So there's all that. Now, a while back I did a digital of paper dolls or something like that. So I'm going to use one of those. But I definitely want to ink that out. Now, this is a good example of inking. Now this is not inked. You can see the white, you know, where I fussy cut and it wasn't quite perfect. But the ink really, really covers that up. Really covers it up nice. Just makes it so it does not stand out quite so much. Now on my prototype, I didn't add one of these. I had taken these for a different project at the retreat. And I ended up using them for this one as well. The white in there, I just put a little bit of stuff on there. So I'm just going to glue that down right on the edge there. Because I did this on my prototype at the retreat, and I'm like, I really like that, so I started adding them. I'll leave a link to this digital. So just anywhere here, just kind of added something a little extra to this. And let's go ahead and ink the edge. So I have no idea how the lady made and designed this on her Cricut. So she used her Cricut a lot at the retreat. So I went and I borrowed my daughter-in-law's. Thank you, Jamie. I borrowed her Scan and Cut. And I'm going to learn and play with it. So it's an older model, Scan and Cut, but it works. Actually, I wish I would have inked the back of... I can get in there a little bit. I think I did it with my prototypes. So there we have that. Now all that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of crinkled seam binding and I'm going to put it in the opposite corner of where I put the paper doll. And I'm just going to tie this in a bow. And I also thought that these could actually be as bookmarks. And I'm going to actually take the ones that I made to the craft sale when I go with my sister. And now I could add a charm, maybe a charm like around one of these. It's strong enough that it should hold a charm. But there we have a giant negative. Now you know I love to mass make, so here this. Now this is my prototype. This is the one I made before the retreat. I cut this all out using this method. Now you can see it works. Definitely works. Pretty sure that was my prototype. I don't know. Can't even tell now, being that that's on the same kind of paper. But my prototype, I didn't have this and I didn't have the kit on it. I didn't have the stamping. I just kind of did it. Now maybe that was my prototype. I don't know. But that's how close it was between her doing it on the Cricut and me cutting it apart. Definitely worked either way. But I love how these turned out. I think they'll be great in a pocket or to be a pocket. Love them. Absolutely love how they turned out. So here, these are my giant photo slides. Hope you enjoyed this project. Please like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and check out the links. I really, really appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.